This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Delighted to be joined by South African welterweight and former IBO world champion, Chris van Heerden. Did I nearly get that right, Chris?
Not too bad, not too bad. Pretty close.
I understand you have to roll your R.
Yeah, van Heerden.
Is it in the contract that Eddie Hearn has to pronounce it that way?
Yes. I'll tell him.
Good luck. Chris, obviously you've just been named as Conor Benn's next opponent. But for any British fans that aren't fully aware of you, can we talk about you just for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously you're born in South Africa. Am I right in thinking that you're one of 13 kids?
Yes, born and raised in South Africa, one of 13 kids, 7 boys, 6 girls.
I bet that
My dad was, yeah.
And how are you seen in your homeland, Chris? Because again,
well, I haven't been back in South Africa since 2019 before the pandemic. So at the moment, I keep in touch via phone, FaceTime. That's about all we can do.
Are you seen as a sporting hero back there? Because there's not too many.
Yeah, I'm well respected back home for my achievements and for leaving South Africa and coming out to America and doing my own thing and finding myself on the world stage. And so I'm well respected back there and well known and I'm friends with a lot of celebrities and yeah, I'm much loved back home.
I have to ask on that then. Who's your most famous number in your phone book?
Well, I've got so many celebrities. Charlize Theron, Frank Grillo, yes, Frank Grillo, Brian Callen, Peter Burke. Yeah, I got quite a bunch.
That's some list, Chris. And how is boxing seen over in South Africa? Does it compete with rugby and cricket?
No. That's why I left. That's why I left. I could have stayed back home as the IBO world champion and be known back home and be a big fish in a small pond. There's really only one promoter in the whole of South Africa. Really, just one promoter, and that's Rodney Berman, Golden Gloves. Boxing there's only one platform for it, and boxing is terrible.
Which is why you've left and set up.
Then that's a big part of why I left, because when I left 8 years ago, I just defended my world title against your homeboy Matthew Hatton.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's next? What's next? And I was like, I'm always gonna be that champion just back home, known by my people. But I was like, what's next? And I didn't want to be the guy that keeps defending his belt in his hometown. And I look at the boxing scene and I say, you know what? There was 1 or 2 promoters. I say, there's really nothing going on here. And I got to make the move while I'm still young. So it was the year I turned 27 that I just jumped the plane. I said, you know what? I'm going to try and chase this bigger dream and compete. And I got to get out because boxing is going nowhere in South Africa. So I jumped.
Moving on to the Conor Benn fight, Chris, can we ask how this has come about? Because again, unless you're a real boxing head, not many people have heard of you over here.
Well, fair enough. You know what? I fought your main man, Matthew Hatton, back in the day. He just defended. I remember Matthew Hatton just lost to Canelo Alvarez on points, took a comeback fight, won it, and then I fought him and beat him. How did the fight come to Conor Benn? Well, you know what? I've fought, I've been around. People can say what they want. If you look at my resume, Matthew Hatton, Sebastian Luan, Bongani Molasi, Kaiser Mabuza, former world champion, Kenan Hold. You look at who I fought, Errol Spence, like I'm there for a reason. I fought these guys. Fair enough, I lost to Errol Spence. Well, he's the current world champion. He's not a pushover. Yeah. And then I want to touch quickly on Jaron Ennis because I'm getting criticized and judged by the fans especially for my last fight, right? Yeah. Jaron Ennis. I don't see anybody talk about the fact that, oh, wait. He took that fight on 2 weeks' notice. 2 weeks' notice, because his opponent pulled out. They had no opponent for him. They made me a very good offer. It was the year of the pandemic. Yeah. What was I going to say? I was like, you know what? Put me in. I'll fight anybody. That's one thing I want people to know about me. I say yes to anyone. I don't pick people. I fight whoever. And then, now I'm being judged by that 1 round headbutt. Yes, Jaron Ennis is a beast, but I don't see anybody talk about the fact that I took the fight for 2 weeks' notice. Enough time for 2 sparring sessions and to make weight. Where in the world? Yeah. So, but then I saw a lot of interviews. I saw a lot of interviews with Conor Benn and Heerden, and they keep dropping my name. They keep saying, you know what, we think it's time for Conor Benn to step up and fight the likes of, Van Heerden, Adrian Broner, blah, blah, blah. And I saw, wait, they keep mentioning me. Well, I'll fight him. Yeah. And I told everyone, I said, I'll fight him. I even went on a few interviews. I said, I'll fight Conor Benn. I don't fear no man. And I think that started the spark of, okay. And now we're here. I got my shot. And then it's a mix. I get a lot of messages from a lot of people that's very happy and very excited. And then I get the people that hates and don't see why this fight is even happening. Well, I got a full training camp, and I'm coming to the UK. I'm coming to Manchester to upset a lot of people. I'm coming there prepared, not 2 weeks' notice. People have seen me fight. I can box. Conor Benn cannot box. Conor Benn can punch. He's a puncher. He's an emotional fighter. I'm a boxer. I'm excited for this because I think, it's always been a dream. Always been a dream of mine to come to the UK and fight there. Why? Because I cannot see there's no more passionate boxing fans, sport fans than the British. There's not. You guys are by far the best. And I always wanted to be part of that. And now I'm getting my shot. Like this is it. This is it. And I'm coming there with love and I'm excited.
We can't wait to have you, Chris. And that's leading on to a question I was going to ask you. Have you got any idea what it's going to be like in the Manchester arena?
I'm getting a lot of messages from a lot of people that's like, brother, get ready because it's gonna be insane. Yeah. Like the British are gonna kill you in a good way. They're gonna be so against you. But I know the British. Fair enough. You guys back your man, and that's why I love you guys. You guys back your man to the end. But you guys are also, afterwards, it's like, hey, let me go buy a pint of beer or whatever. Yeah. You guys are amazing. So I have no idea. I can only envision it. I'm laying in my bed and I envision it every night that when I walk out there, I think the AO is 21,000 people. I can only imagine that it's going to be insane. And I'm going to have my moment because I lost my dad 3 years ago, right? Yeah. He was murdered. And this is what he saw for me. This is what he saw for me. This magnitude of a fight. He saw it for me before I even could believe it. But he believed in me. And now I'm doing it. I'm there. And I can say, Dad, we did it. This is what this fight means to me. It means to me that I can make peace and say, Dad, I missed out on 8 years of a life with you because I chased a dream, but it wasn't delusional. It's yeah, my hard work, my time. So I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited, and to meet, the British fans because I'm gonna upset a lot of people. And you know what? I cannot wait for because I read a lot of stuff and I'm trying not to, but people are writing me off already and they're saying the fight won't go past 4 rounds. I want to see what they say when we get into that fight and that fight's going a different way and people's going to be like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So I'm just excited.
And there's not a doubt in your mind, Chris, that you're coming over to our shows and you're going to cause a massive upset.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. I so believe so much in my boxing ability and what I can do. I know what I can do. I'm in the gym. I'm sparring with guys that's undefeated and And they come to me and they speak to me and they say afterwards, and they're like, dude, you got to get your shot, a fair shot. Well, you know what? I'm getting one, so no excuses. I'm just excited.
Can I touch on Dad, Chris? And I don't want to delve deep. I don't want to be mawkish about it. But one of the questions that I want to ask you, you've got Dad emblazoned on your shorts, haven't you?
Yeah.
And one of the questions that I want to ask is, with the tragedy, does Dad still inspire you and strive you forward, even at this stage of your boxing career? And will he be there in that ring against Conor Benn?
100%, because you know what? When things are tough and you know, boxing can be brutal. Boxing can be brutal as a fighter, you know, it can be disappointing. And then especially, you know, if you're not a promotional fighter, if you're not the A side, you can sit on the couch for a year, and it's frustrating. But I wake up every morning and I go to the gym and I do my thing, and I still believe in my vision because my dad believes in me so much. My dad said, don't you ever throw in the towel. He said, you just work hard and you'll see it will come. So that motivates me every single day to this day, because I still haven't achieved the level that I'm about to achieve in Manchester. I have never fought on that level, that big. Yeah. But he sorts me. Now that so that motivates me. Dad motivates me, because when times are tough and I'm like, man, what's next? I'm reminded that, hey, your dad believed in you, and I can feel him. I can feel it's a very weird thing, but especially when I'm in the gym, when I'm out there, I can feel my dad's presence, and that motivates me.
Well said, Chris. Chris, can we talk about Conor Benn? You're a little bit more detached from us British fans, and as you alluded to earlier, us British fans, as passionate as we are, there is a certain portion of British fans that are quite critical. Yeah. How do you judge Conor Benn at the moment, and why? What have you got
he's
that
undefeated.
Conor Benn hasn't seen?
Conor Benn is undefeated, 20-0. Fair enough. He can punch. I think he's a very emotional fighter, very angry fighter. Also, I feel like he's got a lot of pressure and tries to, because of his dad, right? We all know his dad is. So he's got a lot of pressure, and then fair enough, that's not a nice thing. But I don't see that Conor is a smarter fighter than me. He hasn't fought the caliber of fighters. He fought Chris Algieri, 39 years old. Chris Algieri gets dropped by so many fighters. Got dropped 7 times by Pacquiao. Got dropped 4 times going for 5 by Errol Spence. He gets dropped a lot. Hey, he got knocked out. He got caught with a nice punch. So all of a sudden, Conor Benn is blown up because of his last knockout, right? He's now over there. I don't rate him that high. He's not a John Ennis. He's not an Errol Spence. He's none of those guys. Yes, he's a he comes and he's undefeated and he can punch, but that's all I see. I see him as an emotional, angry fighter that can punch. He's not a boxer. Like when I say he's not a boxer, he's a puncher. He's not a boxer. I'm a better boxer. I'm bringing something. I'm tall. I'm quick. I've got speed. I'm smart. I can move. So unless he knocks me out, if I catch my rhythm, and I can fight as well, So I think I'm bringing something to the table that a lot of people is going to be surprised by, and they'll see that I do have skill and that I can box.
And when you beat Conor Benn, in your mind, Chris, what's next for you? How much does it burn?
Definitely, what's next? Definitely a world title shot. Beating Conor Benn put me right back top 10. Yeah. And I'm right back top 10, and I'm definitely sure I'll, with my achievements, I'll get a world title shot again. There's no doubt in my mind.
Good man. Can a strange one? Do you worry about if this fight goes 12 rounds, and bearing in mind some of the recent episodes in the UK, are you worried about the judges over here at all?
I'm always in the back of my mind. We all know. We speak when we're out here in America. Everyone talks about it. It's like, oh, you're going over the pond. You got to knock this guy out, right? I know, but I also want to believe that, there's going to be a night where everything's going to go perfect, and the judges will see it. So I know I know it can go both ways. But at the end of the day, the eyes don't lie. So the fans, the people, even if this decision goes against me and I truly won that fight, the fans, the people, they don't lie. And even, you know, there will be something after that. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm focused on going there and putting on performance.
Are you worried about headbutts at all, Chris? Because you've got a bizarre record of headbutts in your last few fights, haven't you?
Well, fair enough. My last one, yes, that was a massive one. Then you look at the fight before that with the Russian kid. Yeah. 2 headbutts. Yeah. But go look at it. They jump in. I mean, what the and then the fight before that was the fight was stopped in a 6. I was about to knock this guy out. He was done. And same thing, fucking head clash. There's not even punches. So no, it's out of my head. You know, I'm not thinking about that. Like I'm not thinking of that. I gotta change a few things myself, because it's like the last 3 fights. Yeah. It's like you're getting headbutts. And I'm like, yeah, so no, we're working on stuff, but no, unless I can't see, this fight needs to go.
Good man. 2 very quick ones to end with, Chris. We were at the Matchroom press conference yesterday, and Eddie was asked a lot of questions trying to justify you as an opponent. And one of Eddie's responses were, if Van Heerden is good enough for Boots Ennis, he's good enough for Conor Benn, and it's the fight Conor needs before he moves on to the next level. Does that offend you in any way? That's what you're seen as?
No, it doesn't offend me. You know what? Like I said again, no one talks about the fact that I've stepped into a ring to fight Jaron Ennis, one of the most dangerous 147-pounders out there right now. On 2 weeks' notice, I had 2 sparring sessions and a weight cut. No one speaks about that. No one. But fair enough, I took the fight. Hey, it's on me. I took the fight. But no, you know, I don't feel offended, and he's right on. So we'll see what happens on 16th of April and how Conor Benn does, and we'll do an interview afterwards, and I'll tell you exactly, you know, what I think, and we'll take it from there.
Good man. Last one, just a message for the British fans, both of those who are waiting, can't wait to have you, and the cricketers.
Yeah. To all the British fans, you know what? Again, like I said, I think you guys are the most passionate. So I'm so excited because you guys have so much love for your own boy and for the sport. So it's going to be such a moment for me to be there. So I'm excited, and I promise you guys, I'm going to come and bring my best and upset a lot of people and show why I'm chosen to fight Ben.
Chris, we can't wait to have you over, and I look forward to catching up with you properly at the press conference week.
Thank you so much.
Chris Van Heerden, I really appreciate the time.